I'm not saying don't give up on literary agents. I personally, I don't see the point, because they don't really do anything except make you feel like shit. Basically, to summarize it, if you are an author who has a regular book, text only, I suggest going this route. You could definitely go this route. Submit and see what you get. But just keep in mind, you're probably going to get rejected. And I didn't think I would have a hard time with rejection, but I actually did. You start second guessing yourself. Because the thing with the rejections, and I'll see if I can find some. Okay, and they all pretty much say the same. Oh, thank you so much for the opportunity to consider Roscoe's World Volume 1. While the elements of your pitch that I enjoyed, in the end, I do not have the enthusiasm for this project to be the right person to champion for it. Yeah, you are, because I researched the hell out of you. Must not have liked it that much, because I researched every single one of these people, and they're all looking for the same thing, the middle grade adventure story of a lifetime with a quirky character. Guess what? That's Roscoe's World. And they all say it. Let's see. Here's another one. Thank you so much for sending Roscoe's World Volume 1. While I really appreciate the chance to consider your manuscript, I did not connect with the opening pages. Yeah, because it's 10 pages. Of course you didn't connect with it. You have no pictures. You have some words on a page, and only 10 of them. It's just... How do you connect with something in 10 pages? I've never in my life connected with any book in 10 pages. Let's see. We already did her. Let's see. Here's another one. Thank you so much for letting me take a look at your materials, and please forgive me for my response with a form letter. The volume of submission I receive, however, makes it impossible to correspond with everyone personally. So they don't even write you a personal letter. And here's the biggest problem I have with these responses. They don't tell you why they rejected you. So how are you supposed to fix the issues that they have if they don't tell you what's wrong with it? I get it. They're not editors. I get that. But you clearly saw something in my submission that you didn't care for. Great. What was it? Because maybe I'll agree with you. Maybe I'll say, you know what? You're right. Let me see if I can fix that. But nope. Sorry. No answer to anything. Let's see, here's another one. Thank you so much for your query. I really appreciate your patience as I consider your work. At this point, though, I do not think Roscoe's World Volume 1 will be the best fit for my list. Really? Who was this? Let's see if we can find her. See what her list was. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, here we go. Check mark. These are all the books, all the categories they're looking for. Middle grade. Strong hooks, messy, lovable, rich, record-like characters. Why would you want the characters to be like somebody else? I don't understand that. World building based on non-Western mythology and history. Guess what? Roscoe's World is full of history. Epic plot lines and planned series. Yeah, I got planned series up the wazoo. You know how many books I have planned? I have at least 10. Active characters who, despite being young, have goals and things at stake. Fun contemporary settings. Graphic novels with illustrators attached. Where's my book? Okay, let's take a look at my book, huh? Let's take a look at it real quick. So, do we have illustrators attached? A graphic novel with illustrators attached? Oh, I don't know. Are we in history? Yep. Oh, well, we're in Egypt right now. And a little bit later, we're going to be in Rome. And a little bit later, we're going to be in Greece. And a little bit later, we'll be everywhere. I don't get it. So what are you looking for? So anyways, I'm kind of losing my patience here. So the responses are extremely frustrating because they don't tell you what's wrong with it. And then you waited forever for this kind of response. I get it. You can't respond to everyone. You get a lot of them. I get it. But there has got to be a better way of doing things than this. Because this doesn't work. This right here is insulting. And after getting a bunch of them, you start second guessing yourself because they don't give you a reason as to why they rejected you. You start thinking, oh, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I didn't write a good enough story. Maybe, maybe it's not maybe my book isn't as great as I originally thought. And why do I feel that way? Because you don't tell me what's wrong with the book. I can only guess what's wrong with the book. And that's a terrible way of doing this. This whole system is absolutely pointless, and it doesn't benefit anybody. I have currently right now 6 books, and you're telling me you can't sell it? A literary agent's job is basically to sell your book to publishers. I should have mentioned this earlier. If you don't know what a literary agent's job is, they basically sell your book to publishers. That's their job. And how they get paid is basically on advances. And so you're telling me that you cannot get an advance on my books. You can't get an advance on everything I have planned out. You can't get an advance on the merchandise, the website, future plans, the animated series. You can't get anything. You can't sell that. Because if you can't sell that, you shouldn't even be doing this. I don't know what you're doing. This should have been a slam dunk. And I get why they denied it, because again, they're only seeing the words. Without the pictures, the words make no sense. Because I wrote it backwards. And yeah, I wish I would have done it differently this time. But I like the way it turned out. So anyways, that's pretty much the whole summation of literary agents. So again, if you're someone with a regular book or part of the LGBTQ community, then I say go for it. If you're not, I suggest going to these reading events and getting a referral, because doing all of this that I wasted 3 months doing, it's pointless, and don't bother. You're just going to second guess yourself. You're just going to think that, you're not good enough. And so, anyways, now I'm all bummed out. Kind of went off on a tangent, and if any literary agent saw this video, I apologize if I used you as an example or said anything that offended you. It wasn't my intention. I like to pretend that I'm not bitter about everything, but I am. And it's hard not to. This whole process took me down a pretty dark road, and I didn't appreciate it. This was very disappointing. All of this, I was so excited. I thought there's just no way. There's no way that they could say no to this. Not with all the work I put into it. Even the person I talked to that originally talked me into doing this was like, "Oh, there's no way they would say no to this. You've done all the work for them." Well, guess what? They can say no, and they did say no. So, if you decide to go down this route and you're in the same boat as I am, and you've got a bunch of rejections and you don't know where to go from here, don't give up. Don't give up. You just keep moving forward. I'm not saying don't give up on literary agents. I don't see the point, because they don't really do anything except make you feel like shit. So don't give up. Try to sell your book to publishers. The publishers probably be the way to go. Looking back on everything that went down, I would just skip over the literary agent and go straight to a publisher. And then if it doesn't work out there, then either retool or reconfigure your book, and then or do it what I'm going to do. And I'm going to go back to my original plan. I'm not going to do a literary agent. I'm not going to do a publisher. I'm just going to do my own thing. And if people want the book, fantastic. And I'm going to sell as many as I can. And if you don't, that's cool too. No worries. If you are interested, this is so corny. If you are interested in reading Roscoe's World for yourself, you can pick up the book on Amazon.com, or you can pick up your own copy at roscoesworld.store or roscoeworld.com. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.